truth of this world. What could it be?
Time to begin work? Born of ice and frost.
Coming to be...
Oz, reveal thyself! Next on the agenda...
Burst forth! Moments of birth!
I'll protect us.
Coming to be!
We're way behind schedule. For Rex Lapis! By royal decree! We're way behind schedule. Dost thou wish to witness my true power?
Coming to be! Burst forth!
Let's dance. Hey?
Live!
No touching.
Burst forth!
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Or perhaps there's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to... However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary...
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been careful. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough. So he deemed it necessary to take on the...
Wow. Kurosawa was... And no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. And, if you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supply... Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why... I see. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt...
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very... I've asked him about it. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything... Why don't you ask him about... Oh, but before you go...
But we didn't...
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for...
At least we now know where the emergency... Let's go talk to... What are you doing here?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoard?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions.
Strange. I don't really have... Why was I purchasing emergency? But I could not deny that when I bring this sword, I remember what did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember... And...
Hey! Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those two were taking on seemingly endless. But what use are virtue and justice? The Tenryo Commission sees my vision, and the irony of all of it is, I'm incapable.
Yet another. When we get the chance, in any case, we must. Yeah. Fortunately for us, let's go find the next.
You called?
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong.
Maybe, but I'm still. Things have gotten dangerous, but
It's just because he's been.
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're. Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. But then we...
Please, accept my apology. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. I see you. Sensei's name, though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent. He once said that his... And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
not long ago, he says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I, but if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll complete.
The Grand Narukami Shrine?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed. Not that we'd have it. So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening.
So...
This is destiny.
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have just now, when Nanako was attending to him. When she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for